Washington, it's Husky Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
I caught up with the Wisconsin head coach pregame. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the left side. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Grab behind the line, it's Hilton. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Looking for the marker. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Joseph. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Badgers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for room, it's Jackson. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Turns it upfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. That was almost picked off. off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Keeps it himself. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on fourth down and short. It's on fourth down and goal when you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You can tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble, gets the stop on fourth down.
Williams on the play fake. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish.
Off to the races to the right. Attack! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Joseph unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Play fake, Williams. Moving to his left. Going to try to get it himself. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Here's a give to Washington. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Play action with Williams. Move to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be a run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Changing the routes with his receivers. 3rd down from the gun. Williams looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Throwing, Williams. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got him still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last complete...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and, more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Powers inside. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Gonna run it. It's Dupree. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides to the back. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Joseph from the gun on third down. He's got it. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. They're going to go for this, down 2 possessions, and try to keep this drive alive. Fourth down, Joseph. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Throwing Joseph. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got some room to run. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Husky. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Joseph unloads it left. He's got an open man, running through contact. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing Joseph. This one's complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense? Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 5 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Fighting Irish in a heavyweight battle against a fellow top 5 team. And this one is as tight as can be. It's early still, but so far this one has absolutely lived up to the hype. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Left side, it's Moss. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Out wide right, it's Washington. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Out wide left, it's Williams. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. It's Williams again. Caught. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
On target over the middle. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Set to advance on the football.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Right side, it's Kearney. Makes a grab and room to run. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Lets it go for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. It's a fumble. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. He's at the 10, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Husky. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Looking for room. It's Dupree. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Joseph. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Brings it down on the right side.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
And the Badgers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense all over him. There is a Badger slow to get up. They'll stop play to have the trainers look at him. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Going for the big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here's a give to Washington. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Williams on the play fake. He lets one fly deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and an even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. The hand to the running back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throwing Joseph. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch him because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
On the return. He's got great speed. Smashes through the tackle. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 30.
Got some green grass. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Williams. Caught. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Number 9, set to kick off.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Joseph throws for the tight end. Got his man on the right. Lots of room to run. The 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Unleashes to the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Out wide right, it's Coleman. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
And I think you run that play beforehand, and you know if I'm inside the 2-yard line, I'm going for this thing. I'm going to stay aggressive. This is why God gave us 4 downs, so you can use it to go for it to try to get a touchdown.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing Joseph. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go.
Want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Washington again. Breaks into the open. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Joseph rushes on. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Second and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security, and they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is they get the TO.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Ready, go!
The give to the back. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
On third down, here's Washington. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Line gets set, first down.
Ready. Flag 14. Flag 14.